That is why you never book a shoot location in a floodplain. Yeah.
Can you explain three-point lighting?
Sure, but since we're doing lighting, I'm gonna need a subject. Any volunteers?
Ooh, me! What the
So we are going to start off with our key light, which right now is on our subject, and it is at a 45-degree angle towards the subject and at a tilt just above their eye line. Since I'm using my softbox, the shadow fall off is going to be a lot softer than if I used a hard light source. So next step is going to be our fill light, which is going to fill in these dark shadows on the other side of the face. And that fill light is going to be on the opposite side of the camera, pointing towards this side of the face. Now the traditional rule is to use 50% of the power that you're using for your key light in your fill light to avoid complete washing of a face. You still want to retain some shadows because that gives the face definition. And with my handy dandy LED app, you can see as we turn it up, those shadows begin to fill in and we have an even light on the face. So if you put it into a ratio, this is 2 times power, this is 1 times power. And that is what we call a lighting ratio. So now with my key and my fill, we have a very good light setup on a face. But we want to separate the subject from the background. And that is why you use a backlight. Now the best thing in my opinion to use for a backlight is a tube light or a quasar, just because it spreads out super even light in your background and it's easy just to place up top above your subject. And currently, due to budgetary concerns, I just have 2 lights. So I'm going to show you by taking my fill light and pointing it above. So I have my backlight right here, and as you can see, hopefully if I put it behind the subject, you can start to see it separating from the background, because now you're going to start to get a rim around the outline of your subject, which is going to separate them from a wall or wherever you are. I need to get more equipment. So that is how you create your traditional 3-point lighting setup. And remember, that is your base level lighting setup. You can experiment all you want because that's going to make your shot unique and creative. Remember, you learn these rules so you can break them. Originality in your shots comes from understanding the rules so you can understand how to manipulate them. Originality comes from understanding these principles so you know how to effectively change them. Yeah?
Can we name him?
Sure. What do you want to call him?
Umberto.
All right. Good work, Umberto. Dismissed.